Good morning, Long Beach. It's Jerlene, and I'm live. Ooh, aren't the skies so beautiful? Okay, it's Sunday, August something. I think is it the 30th or is it the 31st, y'all? I don't even remember at this moment. I'll figure it out a little bit later. I'm back on my walk. I've already walked about a half a mile, a little bit over a half a mile. I am behind, I guess you could say behind or besides the back end of Cabrillo High School. Something that I just realized that I never paid attention to before. Um, this property that's behind me, this is a Long Beach Unified property. So this is actually across the street from Cabrillo. What is this? Like, what is this? Honestly, y'all, and I done been down this street umpteen million times, and I have never paid attention to this. What is this? Anybody know? Anybody know? But it's Long Beach Unified property, and like I said, it's on the backside of Cabrillo. But anyway, today I am walking the area near Hudson Park. But first of all, for anyone who remembers all where their Cabrillo High School is the backside. I think that's the gym somewhere over there. Parking lot gym. Good morning. This used to be naval housing. So, all right. Anyway, day 4 of the Westside Promise is a lie to community. It's promised to developers. It's not even a broken promise. All right. So there's actually a Buddhist monastery over here. I can't tell you which one it is, but here, I'm going to just, so, there are jewels in our community. Okay. Look at that. I don't know the history of this location. I will definitely work on finding out. So I'm on Hill Street, clearly. On Hill Street. Look at how beautiful their flowers are. Oh my gosh, look at these. I think these are called marigolds. Look at them. Look how big that bush is. So want to continue the conversation and giving folks a little tour of the West Side. I'm going to try to keep today short. Just wanted to share like a few facts. I am puzzled by that property back there. So the last few days I've been walking the Santa Fe corridor. I showed you one of the nooks in our community. Someone's burning incense right now. Look at this little sidewalk garden, y'all. Look at this. I don't know if these are edibles type plants. Looks like that may be some squash or cantaloupe growing over there. Wow, look at that. That is an excellent way to use the landscape. Walking up on Hudson Park. One thing when I talk about the Westside Promise, a few days ago, I was in front of the sign, the Westside Promise sign, and listing out the different things that this promise is supposed to include. And one of them was climate resiliency. And honestly, y'all, I had no idea what that meant. So I looked it up, and it had something to do with preparing with the changes that come along with climate change. And it bothered me because from the beginning, there's in this promise, it doesn't talk about environmental issues that are, good morning, impacting our community on the West Side. The West Side of Long Beach has one of the highest percentages of people, children, adults with respiratory issues due to the poor quality of air. We are basically on the other side. I'm going to walk over here, was not my plan. On the other side of this park, Hudson Park, there's something called the ICTF. It is a pathway where trucks come down from Willow. Showed you guys that yesterday. Willow, which is coming out of the area to the west of us, is Sepulveda. But anyway, it's a pathway for trucks to be able to bypass the 710 freeway. And they come down from Willow all the way to PCH or Anaheim. So I'm actually going to walk along walk around the edge of the park because I want to show you all something that's there. But anyway, the quality of air or lack of good quality air is due to being boxed in from the port on the south, the ICTF and refineries to the west, the freeway to the north, 405 freeway, and the 710 freeway to the east of us. So we are basically blocked in, like I said, the lowest quality of air. In my home, I run 3 air purifiers, generally simultaneously, because of the fine soot and dust that settles everywhere. So going back to the Westside Promise, it speaks of climate resiliency, but it does not address environmental issues. Look up climate resiliency. Tell me what your thoughts are about that. And one thing that I could tell you, going back to the Westside Promise is a lie. In the different meetings that I've talked about, we ain't talked about nothing about no damn climate resiliency. I want y'all to know that straight up. Because the fact that I've been to all these meetings and didn't even know what it meant until I actually took the time to look it up this morning. And one thing that's really sad is the city of Long Beach, especially coming out of this current mayor's office, they will throw all these different words at us and make this big ass word salad. And many of the words are meaningless. They just sound good and look good on paper. Still, yes, y'all, I'm still breathing hard. I'm gonna be breathing hard till I get back in shape. And yesterday, I walked like 6 miles, 2.5 through the west side, and then the rest throughout the day. So, y'all, I won't be breathing and huffing puffing that much longer. But I'm walking, just bear with me, people. I'm still walking through Hudson Park. Many people don't know that Hudson Park is here. I've walked past a few families. Looks like they're getting ready to go play softball right now. So this park is utilized. Next to Hudson was an elementary school. I'm going to talk about that in just a moment. But here's another example of the conditions of our park. So, look at this standing water. Standing water. It reeks. This is the back. Look at this. Look at this bullshit. Oh my God. And I wonder how long will it take for it to be cleaned up. See, this is also a problem. See, this is where community has to be good to community. Look at this. Come on, people. Tell your families, tell your friends, clean up their shit. And then there's crows just in everything. This is not okay. God damn it. I'm telling y'all, I ain't looking for this stuff. This is not what I'm looking for. See, am I able to do a screenshot of this? Oh yeah, I could do screenshots. This is in Hudson Park right now. This was not what I was trying to get to. Look at this. If you're not going to properly use the resource, don't. And then I can tell by the way this parking lot looks, there's been cars that have been just sitting here by the oil deposits. So anyway, there's a community garden back here. I don't know who's responsible for the garden. I don't know how active it is. I can't tell you guys anything, but I can work on finding out. So anyway, what I'm trying to get to. So back here, there's a mulch wall. Now, supposedly, and this mulch wall was installed, I believe, when, what's his name? Who was the mayor? Bob Foster. When Bob Foster was in office. And this mulch wall was supposed to be not only a type of a sound wall, but also a wall to help reduce the impact of the nasty stuff that comes off of the freeway. Let me get up as far over as I can so y'all can see this. Oh wait, I got a wrong way. So it's a mulch wall. So on the other side of this wall is the ICTF, and it's a routeway that cars and trucks can take. Now, from the look at it, I could see where the mulch has kind of come down. It has not. I'm not wondering when was the last time this mulch wall was refilled. Interesting what's over there. So again, on the other side, that direction is Cabrillo High School, Villages of Cabrillo. There's no access to Villages of Cabrillo from this end. I will get to that part in this walk. So I just wanted to show folks that. So again, I'm Hudson. Whew, actually, I'm getting a good win, y'all. I was struggling this morning to get out the house, and I was thinking, oh, maybe I won't do it today. But I'm like, no, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this every day until I'm done. And uh, made it out the house, and actually, it feels good to be walking, although I do have to be somewhere by 9:30, so I can't be out here lollygagging too much. So I'm returning the direction I just came from. And what I want to do is show you all two things, and then I'll be out. Okay, so in Hudson Park, so I talked about the environmental issues that are over here that are not being addressed in the Westside Promise. And again, how can you promise something to a community when you are not talking about one of the most crucial issues, which is air quality and environment? Again, it's not a promise, it's a lie. It's a promise to developers. Now, something that I noticed over here, I just walked by, there's someone camped out in the park. Not mad at our homeless folks, mad at government for not doing their job, but having a homeless person camped out in the park is not okay. It's not okay. But I'm less concerned about the homeless person. And actually, I'm not walking that way. I'm actually familiar with this particular homeless person. He's got a all right. All right. Hopefully I was still there. I'm not sure what happened. It said something about audio or whatever. But anyway, I was saying that there's a homeless person that is over here. It just now broke down his tent. I am not going to bother him in any way. I'm actually someone that I'm familiar with in the neighborhood and been seeing for years over in my area. So he has a safe clean place to stay. So again, I'm still in Hudson Park. Hudson Park has softball fields. Why this area? In October of 2024, Long Beach Unified announced that it was closing Hudson Elementary School. So Hudson Elementary School is a school that's over here in this community and has been here for a very long time. I don't know. Actually, I think it's one of the older schools. I don't know exactly how old, but they cited declining enrollment, which I find really interesting because I was just talking to a set of Westside parents whose child was moved from one school to another school without their knowledge, based because they were told that the school was overcrowded. But they just closed the school. So either schools are overcrowded or they're not overcrowded. Which one is it? So anyway, October 2024, an announcement comes out that they're closing, good morning, Hudson Elementary School. 2 weeks later, an article comes out and says that bromide oh my God, y'all, I've been practicing and I can't even say this. Bromide, Bromide, methane. Bromide methane is found in this community. And it is a toxin that is released due to the use of pesticides. So there are companies in this area, somewhere in the surrounding area of this community, that is releasing toxins, okay, in this neighborhood. So this in front of me was Hudson Elementary. Ooh, another person has their little tent set up again. Not gonna bother folks. Reality is we got homeless people sleeping in our parks. Again, October 2024, Long Beach Unified announced the closure of Hudson Elementary School, which was not open when school opened last week. Okay, was not reopened. 2 weeks later, a news article comes out and talks about bromide methane has been methane, methyl methane. I'll find specifics, y'all, and I will share it, was found in this community. They walked someone, whoever they is, and I can't even tell you exactly who they is. I know I posted about it. Walk the neighborhood and inform the people that this high rate of this toxin has been found in this community. Going back to the Westside Promise, we want to have a conversation about climate resiliency, but we do not want to have a conversation about the environmental impacts that is bringing harm to our communities. I found it very ironic that 1 week, it's announced that Hudson is closing. And less than 2 weeks later, a release comes out to talk about that there's high levels of a toxin in this area, which includes Hudson. Now, at one time, Hudson was being monitored by AQMD. And there were days when Hudson when the kids would have to go into a basically shutdown, or not shutdown, shelter in place type of mode, where they were not allowed out on the playground due to the release of gases and different things that were coming off of the refineries. So was this the best place for an elementary school? In adjacence to all the toxic environment, probably not. Yet it was also a community school, and it did serve the community. And again, that's something that people are not talking about, is our aging community. Why were there not enough students to be here? Or were there enough students and Long Beach Unified was lying? Okay, but again, what happened, the school board member for this area, Eric Miller, did not have a conversation with his constituencies. The way we find out was from a news article that the school was closing. Yes, Long Beach Unified did vote for it at a school board meeting, but unless you go to school board meetings or read the regular communications, press releases that they put out, you're not going to be aware. So there was no conversation with community. There was no informing. The school board member, Eric, which is absolutely useless, you can screenshot this and send it to him, did not do his due diligence in having a conversation, nor was he even present when and Hudson was still open at this time, was he even present when there was a conversation about the release of this toxin. Now, the survey that was done in this area regarding the toxin, the bromide methyl, they only surveyed, I think, like a 1 or 2 block area from here, or inform people like a 1 or 2 block area. Now, we know that airborne toxins go everywhere. What about the families at Villages Cabrillo? What about the impact of the kids at Cabrillo High School? What about the impact of people who live 1 or 2 blocks away? Again, a conversation that's not being had. So with a little pressure applied, the council office did have some conversation with it at the city council meeting. I'll have to pull up what that was. But again, here we are, Westside promise, a promise, not a promise, a lie to community, a promise to developers, does not even address one of the main and crucial issues of this community. And the reason, folks don't know, there were 2 things that I got involved in when I got involved with community years ago. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I didn't know anything about anything, but one of them was environmental issues. And it was something that right away, when I learned about the environmental impacts, the negative impacts of the surrounding things in my area, I became knowledgeable on the harms that was taking place. And so anyway, I'm going to end this here. This is definitely a conversation that needs to be had more than just me walking and talking. But again, there's a toxin in the air. It's being released by a pesticide that is actually on a list of toxins that should not be used by the state of California, folks. That's another thing. But there's some companies that are using it that are somewhere nearby, close enough, that is impacting the community. Again, I'm going to have what I'm going to do. So I've been making a list of different topics to have more in-depth conversation with about to share with community, and I'm going to work on finding some experts who can talk about these different things from a different knowledge base. But also with this particular conversation, I will add links to it. People were trying to convince me that the city's doing a good job. No, they're not. I've been over here long enough and have sat in enough meetings and been through enough bullshit that I can call out bullshit. The Westside Promise is a marketing scheme. It's a branding scheme to keep politicians in the forefront of the media and their name out somewhere, specifically Rex Richardson. When I heard the video that was produced by the city of Long Beach and the woman said that the Westside was not glamorous and it was industrial, it really, really pissed me off. And again, as I said, yes, people live here. People who have owned their homes for decades. Families that have passed on their homes to next generations. Families live here. We are not an industrial area. So for anybody that believes that, go do your freaking homework. Drive your ass over here and come and see our community for yourself. And for people who, and so I will continue to do this commentary. I am not going to do a full breakdown of the city's document today, as I said that I would. I'm going to continue the walking and talking, and somewhere between now and next week, I will do a more in-depth conversation about it. And then actually, I'm going to stop this video and I'm going to start another video for a different topic as I walk home. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please share. Please comment, people. If you think that I'm sharing some information that's relevant, please share it with others. Ask me questions. I may not have the answer, but I will find the answer. If you got some criticism to share with me, do that too. If you have a different point of view, do that too. Share that with me, because that's only how we learn, and that is how we engage with each other. I'm not afraid of dialogue. I don't want to have a one-sided conversation. I don't know everything, but I will damn well figure something out or learn about something if I need to. So if you're watching this and you believe in the message that I'm sharing and you think that other people should be informed, please share my message, like, react, comment. When you do that, you actually help push the algorithm so that more people see it. Oh, and I know y'all are adoring my shirt right now. I know y'all like that. Anyway, it's Jerlene. I'm live. I need to get my walk heading back home, but I am going to shut this down and I'm going to go live for just another moment to talk about another topic matter.